What's up, YouTube? All right, we're gonna do a little bit of talking here because somebody threw a fit that I talk too much. So I said, you know what? I think I'm gonna post up another video and it's gonna be strictly talking. We're not gonna have any shooting. We're not gonna have any pigs dying. It's gonna be straight talking. And there's a reason why I'm talking so much. When I first got into hunting, night hunting, varmint hunting, pest control, whatever you want to call it, I didn't have the resources like you guys have right now. There wasn't YouTube. There wasn't much information on YouTube back then. And a lot of the stuff I had to learn through reading magazines and on the local Texas hunting forums. Okay, that's all I had. And I learned a lot. But unfortunately, I learned from mistakes. And the information that I'm trying to put out there is, I think it's helpful. I'm not making myself I'm not trying to make myself seem like I'm an expert at this, but I've made so many mistakes that I do everything I can to put that information out there so you guys don't make the same mistakes. Mistakes in hunting and shooting can be very, very expensive. And I had to learn the hard way, and I wasted a lot of money in the past doing so. So I just want to share, and I didn't start this YouTube channel to try to be better than another channel, trying to be better than another hog hunter. I don't want this to be a hunting channel. It's not. It's what I do. You know what I'm saying? I love to hunt. I love the outdoors. I love firearms, and I'm just sharing my experience with the world. And it's obvious there's some folks that really like it. There's a very, very small amount of people complaining, and it really doesn't bother me at all, but I just want those folks to know that there's other channels that they can go to and watch videos of just pigs and coyotes dropping on the fly. That's totally cool. There's nothing wrong with that. I support those channels as well, but my channel is going to have a lot of talking, okay? And I got something for you guys real quick. Actually, I got two things. Check out this beautiful, beautiful morning right here. The sun is coming up and we're out here fishing, and look what's behind me. A boar. A buddy of mine came up and I was like, man, we're gonna go fishing in the morning. I said, but you know what, before we go fishing, I'm gonna go check some pastures. Yesterday they called me and they said, hey man, we're seeing 30 to 40 hogs down here with the cows. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna try an early morning hunt. Got out here, and then right around 6:15, I didn't see the big group of pigs that they were seeing, but I did see a solo boar. One thing that was working against me here was the sun coming up. The sun wasn't completely up, but it was breaking the horizon. Excuse me. And I could see the pig with my naked eye, but I was still rocking the dual eye rays. I got them right here. Check this out, guys. Check this out. The dual eye rays, man. Look at that. Dual eye rays. So we got an Anchor battery pack back here, okay, and that's powering the two dual eye rays. And it took me a little while to get used to this setup, and I'm going to tell you why. Because of the calibration. So one thing that you want to do, definitely you want to have the PVS 14 eyepieces, all right? You got to have that. But the calibration, so when you're on the move and you're driving around and you don't have a windshield, all right? So guys, if you're not familiar with thermal, you cannot see through glass. So if you're on a four-wheeler or a side-by-side without a windshield, or a vehicle without a windshield, you're going to be golden, okay? But one thing that I had to get used to was the calibration, and it was they were nuking or calibrating, at different times, and so you will get disorientated when that happens. And I finally went over to manual mode, and all you do is double tap the power button right there. You see those round little buttons up there? You just double tap those, and you don't have to cover the lens or anything like that for it to nuke. It would just calibrate, and it's so much easier to do it that way. I went almost 45 minutes. I didn't go an hour. Yeah, I went almost an hour, and I didn't have to calibrate. It was still just crystal clear. So very, very good unit, man. I'm having a lot of fun with this, and this is the way I'm going to rock it for a while. I still like my night vision for navigating. Okay, I still like my night vision for navigating, but guys, I spotted that boar before I even got out to that pasture. I spotted that boar right through the trees, and I couldn't have done that with the night vision. Another thing that I was struggling with this morning as well was the fog. We had really heavy fog down here. When I'm running nods, I'm blind when it comes to fog, all right? So got the dual eye ray here set up, and look what else I got. the rifle. So somebody else was saying, hey man, won't you try to mention the firearms that you're using? I do it all the time. I'll always mention and I'll always talk about PWS. This is the PWS Mod 2 MK116, okay, chambered in 7.62 by 39. 116 stands for 16-inch barrel, okay? This is a piston rig, and I'm using Tula 125 grain hollow point, and it does extremely well. I shot this pig with one shot, 110 yards with one shot and dropped him. The thermal that I'm using is the Halo LR50. This is a great thermal from Envision, but available through Ultimate Night Vision, okay? This is one of my favorite thermals. One, the clarity is awesome. The price point is really good for what you get, and it's lightweight. It's not as heavy as like the Mark III, but not as light as the Reap. All right, but great unit. You guys know that I've been rocking those Pulsars, and I've never had issues with the Pulsars until I ran into the Thermion, and I had to walk away from that, man. I was really disappointed with a Thermion, but when I got onto this Halo, I found my new love. I really, really love this optic. I was shooting freehanded. I've been shooting freehanded for the last 3 weeks. I've talked about that in other videos, but when you get on those tripods, I feel like it handicaps you, and it's okay to veer away from them and actually shoot your rig freehanded. All right. So on this CMC 2.5 pound single stage. Okay. Nothing crazy modified on this. This is how the rifle comes without that trigger. But pretty much everything else that you see here minus the optics is what you get. Okay, love this rig, and it is adjustable. You have an adjustable gas blocker right there. You can adjust that on the fly as well. Nice. Let's talk about this pig. Nice healthy solo bore here. Not sure on the age, and I'm not sure exactly where the bullet went. I was aiming between the neck in the shoulder, and I'm telling you guys, I cannot find an entry wound, and this is exactly the way he was facing me, and he just soaked it up. I'm talking about there's no blood coming out of this pig. Weird, but he did soak it up, and he went down, and he went down hard. One shot, one kill, 125 grain Tula hollow point at about 110 yards, and I'm talking about he dropped like a rock. Check out my fishing pole. We're about to slam this tank right here. Beautiful morning. Look at this. Oh man, can't beat this. If you guys like what you see, please hit the like button, get the subs going, get the notifications going, and I'm going to do everything I can to just consistently get this content rolling for you guys. All right, it's a lot of work. I love taking photos and I love hunting, and mixing up videos with this to get over on YouTube is challenging at times, so I would do my best to get that going. But the temperatures are about to start rising, and my buddy's over here catching fish on me. I think he's already on his 5th or 6th bass, and I'm over here messing around with this pig in video, so I got to get to it. Guys, I appreciate everything you're doing, and take care of yourselves out there. Seriously, take care of yourselves out there. I know it's a little crazy, but take care of yourselves out there. Y'all take it easy.